Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
All right, let's get right in the Case's movie review. It's Friday at 8, a movie that he has never seen at 26 years old. We'll get to what movie it is.
For Christ's sake, tomorrow's the 4th of July, and we will be open for business.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
Utah. Give me 2.
Do you enjoy pain?
Pain don't hurt.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
Now fry like bacon, you little freshman piggies. Fry! Fry!
Playing football at West Canaan may have been the opportunity of your lifetime, but I don't want your life.
Here we go. White Men Can't Jump, one of my favorites of all time, I have to say. And I'm really happy we finally got here. It's the, 34th or 33rd anniversary next week of this movie, Case?
33rd.
And it came out March 27th, 1992. The budget was $31 million. It made $90.8 million. The film received positive reviews on, of course, Rotten Tomatoes. The film holds an approval rating of 75% on 106 reviews with an average score of 6.4 of 10. I think that's kind of low, to be honest. For a movie that was very pivotal and as somebody that played basketball, I can relate to how the opening 20 minutes of the movie is absolutely perfect. For anybody that's ever been on a ball court to go, play pickup games, this was it. They captured it so well. The movie could have been just that, and it would have been fine. But it's not my movie review. It's Case's. So, Case, let's start like we usually do with the trailer from 1992 for White Men Can't Jump, starring Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes.
It's not how you play the game.
You either smoke or you get smoked.
It's not whether you win or lose.
There are rules to hustling. There's an ethics involved.
It's whether you walk away alive.
You got that big Z in your fro. What are you, the Black Zorro? What are you doing? I'm doing 2 things.
What?
I'm making them mad. Most guys don't play good when they're mad.
Look, you're embarrassing me. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing I'm doing.
White Men Can't Jump. Rated R.
You know what's funny is they used the In a World voice guy for a movie that's just funny. It wasn't The Matrix, but they used that guy's voice in it. So, Case, White Men Can't Jump, what did you think of the movie?
White Men Can't Jump, a fascinating movie about a degenerate gambler who is also in the most toxic relationship with his girlfriend that I could ever possibly imagine.
No.
Yeah. Do you disagree, Kenzie?
Oh, they're so cute.
I don't know if they're cute or not. Woody Harrelson is a guy in this movie who has all of these problems, and they're all self-inflicted. He was a point shaver in college. He's a degenerate gambler as an adult. He can't keep the money that he makes to make his girlfriend happy. And for some reason, his girlfriend's dream is to get on Jeopardy. And it is a really, really bizarre movie.
Yeah, it is a different arc when they get on Jeopardy. And then they're actually on Jeopardy. You think it's just something she's going to talk about.
No,
and then they actually get on Jeopardy.
They do it. No, look, it's a very fun movie. Brian's exactly right. The first 25, really even 40 minutes of this movie, when it's all basketball, it's incredible because not only does it capture the atmosphere of what I imagine playing pickup basketball would be like, didn't really have enough friends to play pickup basketball.
Well, that's really sad.
I know. But I imagine it went something like that, and that seemed pretty cool. But also, you get into this sort of not heist, but really like a chase storyline with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, and who's going to turn on who and who's going to double cross the other person. And it's a really, really fun movie for the first 40 minutes. The problem...
Oh, boy.
And I like this movie overall, but I'll talk about the problems.
Okay.
The problem is that much like in Major League, they take a funny sports movie with a bunch of rich, interesting characters, and for some reason they try to turn it into a romantic comedy. And White Men Can't Jump is so good as a chase movie and a double-cross I can't trust anyone movie, and it is not a good romantic comedy, with all due respect to Rosie Perez. I think she plays her part well. I just don't want her in this movie a bunch. I want it to be about Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes on the b-ball court, hustling fellas doing their thing, and I did not get enough of that.
Well, you got a lot of it, and you have a problem with romantic relationship arcs in sports movies.
Rosie Perez is an icon, also the voice in The Road to El Dorado, another animated classic. So show some respect, okay?
A very iconic voice. Also hot. Like, I remember watching that movie. And just, I'm just saying that the relationship you talk about being annoying, I thought it was endearing, especially when he's running down the alley with all the stuff. And he goes, "You're not carrying anything. I'm carrying everything." When the guy,
it's so funny.
when they're going to, the hitmen are going to kill him for not shaving points in the game and not doing what he wanted him to do. I think it works into it a lot that she needed to be there. I think the movie would have been less without her.
I totally disagree. Now, look, there's no part of this movie that I could relate to because not only have I not been in a relationship that toxic before, but I also...
Okay, just brag a lot.
I know, I'm sorry. But I also don't have...
Kenzie, he's had well-adjusted relationships.
Ooh, Sarah, you're in touch with your feelings. Wow. Most of us have better relationships than toxic, and it's a very relatable movie. Relax.
Very relatable.
The problem is that I struggle with male friendships. As I always say, most of my friends in life are either older men or women my age. And I was so intrigued by this relationship that Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes developed throughout the movie. And I really wanted them to be more of a buddy cop duo that occasionally featured the Rosie Perez character. But I didn't need her on Jeopardy, okay? Can we talk about the fact that she's not only on Jeopardy, which is weird in of itself. They get her on Jeopardy because Woody Harrelson makes a half-court hook shot, and they just happen to know the guy that does security at the lot in which Jeopardy is filmed. And he somehow has the power to bump somebody off of Jeopardy because it's a long waiting list and a long process to get on that show. My aunt was on Jeopardy. Shout out Aunt Marion.
Wow.
He somehow has the ability to bump somebody off Jeopardy and get Rosie Perez on it. Rosie Perez then wins Jeopardy and never defends her title. Part of the charm of Jeopardy is if you win, you keep playing, and they never address that.
Okay, first, go ahead, Kenzie.
This is 1992. People got bumped off of everything because you knew somebody. There wasn't a track record the way there is now. That's how everybody got on anything. My mom was on an episode of Soul Train. There was also a waiting list, but she knew the bodyguard, okay?
Thank you.
That's how things happen.
Do you feel like there's some sort of difference between Soul Train and Jeopardy?
No, what are you insinuating?
There just might be different qualifications for
no,
those
but
two
a
shows.
lot of people, it's a show that a lot of people wanted to get on,
Amen.
okay?
I heard their studios were right next to each other.
That's right.
Jeopardy and Soul
So
Train.
mind your business. I'm just saying that, like, that is how things work. So much of Hollywood, it always was about, I have a security guard friend, somebody is doing security here, I have a bot, whatever. It's who you knew. That was so accurate. Now everything's, calculated and you can get sued because you gave somebody something and they didn't go through the right process, but that's not what they were doing before.
Now we got a text in from Oak Forest. All caps, how dare you, Case? Gloria is the best part of the whole goddamn movie.
Wow.
Also lower caps, or lowercase, I should say. Case, we aren't friends anymore. Really angry face emoji. That came from Oak Forest in this review, in the middle of the review.
Angry face emoji.
The one that's like red?
Yeah.
A really angry face emoji.
To be clear, I don't think Rosie Perez is bad in this movie. I just think she's in it too much. I've got the scene, I want to play this here. It's the three of them. It's Wesley Snipes, Woody Harrelson, and Rosie Perez talking about Jimi Hendrix. But you can hear you can hear the chemistry between Harrelson and Snipes in this movie. And before I close out, I want to spend just a second on Wesley Snipes. But I want that to be the whole movie. I don't need this whole relationship arc where they're in the shower and then they're running from the guys and then they're on Jeopardy. It's too much Rosie Perez because the chemistry between Harrelson and Snipes, and it's in this scene where they're talking about Jimi Hendrix.
Hey, what is this?
Jimi Hendrix.
No, I know who it is, but why are you playing Jimmy?
Well, because I like to listen to him.
Oh, you like to listen. That's what the problem is. Y'all listen.
Well, what am I supposed to do? Eat it?
No. You're supposed to hear it.
Hey, I just said I like to listen to it, man.
No. There's a difference between hearing and listening. See, white people, y'all can't hear Jimmy. You listen.
What the you talking about? His drummer was white.
Out of here. Jimi Hendrix's drummer was not white.
Yes, he did. Yo, check it out. See?
This is a picture.
Whole damn band is white except for Jimmy.
I love that. The whole damn band's white.
And that's really where this movie shines, is Harrelson and Snipes. Not only do they have excellent chemistry, but they're able to talk about race in a way that is really engaging and not at all aggressive. And look, the modern world has created circumstances in which maybe conversations like that can't be as lighthearted as they should be. But it's really fun to play with race the way that White Men Can't Jump does. It makes for a really compelling added foil of this movie.
I love it when they're doing
my argument would be one of the funniest things that happened in that scene was Rosie Perez bringing up the white drummer.
You're right. You're right. Let's move off Rosie Perez, okay? She should be in the movie.
Lay off.
It's fine. But in that scene too, like how they talk about race when he's acting like a nerdy white guy that can't play basketball, and when they loses who gets to find on his team, and the guy goes, "Come on, Gretzky, get over here." And he goes, "Enough of that Jane Fonda workout crap. Get on the court." And I can tell you, Case, as someone that went to courts, this is what would happen half the time you went to play pickup basketball. You didn't start playing basketball for about 40 minutes because of the ball busting between races when you could talk like that and just crap on each other. And then you finally played basketball.
That's good.
Tell us some things you used to say, Brian.
I'm not doing it. But I got called a lot.
Tell us some race ball busting.
Listen, it was a better time, let me tell you, when you could just be real.
I just want to hear.
No, that's okay.
Just give me a hypothetical.
Yeah, you pull up to the court.
Hey, if people called me.
For the first something you would say in the first 40 minutes. What do you got?
Oh, boy.
I would say, hello, fellow kids. Let's play basketball.
Look, I thought this movie was a lot of fun, even with my issues with the romantic comedy arc.
Yeah, you had a lot of issues with Rosie Perez.
Well, no, I thought she was in the movie too much because I liked Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson so much. And I told the story about a week ago that my girlfriend was out of the house over the weekend. So naturally, I turned on BET. What's on BET? New Jack City. I had never seen that movie before. Wesley Snipes blew me away in that. He blew me away in this. I can't believe his arc as a star wasn't longer because he's absolutely incredible in everything I've ever seen him in. And White Men Can't Jump might be his best performance.
Well, he did go to jail for tax evasion. That derailed his career.
That's tough.
That did it. But he was also in like The Fugitive 2, U.S. Marshals it was called, actually.
Blade, it was like his big, he was in a bunch of those, remember?
Blade, I love the first Blade. I don't know if I saw the rest of them.
There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, it's really good in Blade. And he also did another movie with Woody Harrelson. Was it Money Train, I think?
Money Train. People are asking me to watch Money Train in the text line.
Yeah.
We'll get to that at some point.
They were super tight outside of the movie as well. And I don't know if they are today,
and
too.
he was in Dolomite, remember?
Yes.
Yes. That is a movie I have seen.
All right, so White Man Can't Jump. I'm confused on what your rating's going to be because you spent so much time on Rosie Perez.
But Rosie Perez is just in it too much. But she's not a complete detractor. Okay. I think Harrelson is fantastic. I think Stice is fantastic. I think the story is super fun, and I think the banter between races is also a blast. Thus, we are giving White Men Can't Jump 7 Yo Mama jokes out of 10.
My favorite one in there was the guy goes, "Saw your mama kicking the can down the street." I said, "What you doing?" She goes, "Moving."
Brian and Kenzie in the morning, and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.